So we do lots of redstone projects in this series, and my supply recently ran out. So I headed back over here to the witch farm, and then I remembered something. We're now on 1.21, and the witch's drop rates for redstone have been increased. Now, it used to take me an overnight session of AFKing just to get one shulker box worth of redstone. But after around 4 to 5 hours, do you want to see how much we got here? This is a phenomenal buff. Look at that. That's insane. 9 whole shulker boxes of redstone. Now, I could say that's enough to last me the rest of the season, but that's probably not true, is it? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft in Minecraft 1.21. We are, of course, located in one of the trial chambers. And it's down here that I've started to construct some farms. We're going to automate the collection of keys. Because I, my friends, am still hunting down a mace. And I want to do this with a little bit of ingenuity. So after goofing around in a test world to come up with an automated farm, this is it right here. Look, we're automating this process. I've walked up to the trial spawner, activated it. The skeletons are spawning inside of my trap. And when we're done here, the loot is going to pop out on top and then get sucked up by that hopper minecart, which I can click on. There we go. I got a speed potion. And yeah, it's as simple as that. Like, walk up to it, activate it like we just saw, and the farm gets underway. So let's go and use the cheaty cam to have a closer look on the inside. This right here is a very old school method for farming mobs. They can actually spawn on pressure plates. They activate a block with a sticky piston behind it, which then pushes them out, and they fall onto some campfires, and then we collect the loot with the hopper minecart below the trial spawner. Yeah, it's really simple, and I saw what I got that time. It was just some cooked chicken. Not so good. In order to get loot that is actually going to be useful to us, we need to get our hands on these ominous trial keys. And that means activating these when we've got the trial omen effect. I decided to find out during one of my live streams. I wanted to know, could we cheese these supposedly challenging ominous trial spawners? Right, we should have 45 minutes. When we activate it. Oh, here we go. 45 minutes. Look at that. Oh, so challenging. Oh my god. Oh my god, are we gonna... Will we make it alive? Oh, it's so slow. You know what? I'm gonna go activate the other one while we wait. It's active. Let's activate all of them. Yay. Oh. Oh, the ominous challenge. It's so challenging, peeps. Oh my god. Now, as I get further away, we might cause a bit of an issue. But hopefully not. Hopefully they're all just doing their thing. Oh yeah, that's not where we go. We go over here. Right, back we go then. They're still running. They're still running. Oh my god. Yes! It's amazing. There's one above us, isn't there? It's taking its time, though. I'll give you that. It's taking its time. Right, that has finished. Yes! The cheatiest ominous trial key of all time. I'm taking it. It's mine. I'm sorry. That is mine. This is such a cheaty way to do things. Okay, we didn't get any more ominous keys, but it serves me right, doesn't it? So you can activate multiple of these at once, leave them running, go off into the distance, down a corridor to activate others, and come back and everything's good. They are just a little bit slower overall because the mobs have more armor, but it's a proof of concept that we can farm these keys. And so, of course, after getting my hands on a bunch, the next step was to visit some more trial chambers in the world and cash in those ominous keys. Well, we get lucky. We've got 5 keys. It's time to get the mace. Come on, you know it. Golden apple, wind charge, diamonds. Another bottle. This is the moment. This is the moment, my friends. Here it is. The thing that we really want. An iron block. Oh, hello. Come on. This is the one. Can you feel it in your bones? I can feel it in my bones. This is the one. Look. Oh, yes. Yes. And then... Oh. I don't know what we were saying about all those other ones, but this is it. I can feel it, you know. It's this one right here. I'm sure of it. Come on. Oh! Forgot about those. This is the one, my friends. This is... Oh, another one of those. Another bottle. Some arrows. Emeralds. Oh, it's not the one. It's not the one. Can you feel it in your bones? I can feel it in my bones. This is the one! Oh, it has to be. No, that is all I get? What? Are you ready for it, chat? This is the one. This is absolutely when we get our heavy core. Oh, not today. This is probably going to be the last one that I do today. Wish me luck. What are we going to get? Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. Oh my days. No heavy core for us. Check this out, my friends. In the statistics screen, we can sort by times used. And there is a heck of a lot of items to get through here. But there it is, the ominous trial key. I've cashed in 15 of these and I haven't got a heavy core. And I heard that the chances of getting one was like 8.5%. So I feel like I'm due one. But I'm going to want to make this process even easier, right? So I'm kind of wondering if I can lay down a rail system that will take us to each of these one by one. So we can just sit in a minecart, visit all the locations, and then get our hands on some keys.
The episode will resume as normal in a moment, but first, I'd like to talk about me, your favourite evil entity. Over on that website, formerly known as that other website, I share the most devilish of my followers' eternal tributes to me. And what better way to pay tribute than with these stunning new TCG cards, made by my minions, Kikunani14 and Nightshade Owl. The pre-order for these cards has been extended to August the 5th, so make sure to get your pre-orders in over at creocards.com. And it's very nice to see you all again, but now it's time to get back to the video.
So welcome to the Free Keys Expressway. It is an absolute mess of minecart rails going in and out of the different rooms to where I've set up traps for each of these spawners. And of course, we're going to chug an ominous bottle to get the trial omen effect. This first one has been set off, as it would do with us just sitting here ready to go. Now, the other ones I'm yet to test, but the timing looked good on that one. How about over here? Yep, enough time for it to activate. And after that, I think we're going to be absolutely golden. We just approach each one of these and set it off, and then it does its thing, and we get to farm some keys. Oh, this is absolutely wonderful. And this is the very last destination here. That's 10 destinations in total. And the first one has finished, so now we can wander around and see what we get. All right, spawner number 4 has an ominous key, as does number 5. Well, I guess that was it. This was the very last one, so we only got 2 keys on that run. So now we have to wait 30 minutes for all of this to reset, at which point my trial omen is, of course, going to have expired. So now we are in desperate need of more of these potions. And here's the dealio. We made this quick and crude farm to get our hands on some bottles, but it has a bit of a problem. You need to go up into the sky to get some things to spawn. And when they do, it's not often that you actually get one with a banner. You see, look, none. So we go up again, this time a little higher to make them despawn. And we drop back down and give it another try. Once again, though, no bannermen. So what's the solution? We need to be up in the sky. We need a better perimeter to get more spawns. And then I guess we need a way to automate the killing. So yes, we are upgrading the farm, which means I need to fill in all of this space down here because we don't want any pillagers spawning in this area. So I'm going to rip out the beacon, the portal, and then up top here, you'll see that we've got an interesting shape. Old Rusty, though, is still here doing his thing, keeping me safe, destroying the occasional pillager. This configuration here is all about water flow. We need to create a rather large area that will draw in pillagers to the very central spot. And it's there that we're going to elevate the pillagers up into the sky. We're going to use a lure trap involving some iron golems. But what's really important is that these pillagers don't stop and shoot at the golems, because then eventually they'll take enough damage and disappear. So that's why this water area needs to be quite large. So we offset this thing by 1 block in each direction, which you can kind of see here at the corner. When I place that down, it'll probably become obvious. And when we go up into the sky, everything flows to a central point. But really importantly, it does that without any dead spots, which is why this is offset. Otherwise, we end up with some areas the pillagers can get caught in. But now they will always get pushed to the very center. And you might have guessed it, but we need to bring them all the way up here to drop them down. Poor old Rusty hasn't made it. Look at that, there's just way too many of them now, but this is perfect because we're going to get all of these going into the collection area and up to the top. So jumping way ahead in time, you can see that this project has reached its conclusion. I have created a killing chamber, except it doesn't require me doing anything because, as it turns out, these guys will drop both the banners and the bottles without the player involved. So for that reason, we have a fully automated farm where I just stand up the top here. This means that I needed to create a perimeter to get some good rates, so you can see this lit up area to stop hostile mobs spawning. I've done all the caving down below, and that means that pillagers are continuously spawning here and heading into the middle. But as you can see, our iron golems have taken some damage, and after much diagnosis, I realized they get shot between these little gaps here on either side when the pillagers are crowding around in the middle. I mean, there's an arrow right there. Fortunately, it's quite rare that they actually land a shot. So this thing is flawed. I have to come down and repair these from time to time. But otherwise, it works. And the only thing that really needs optimizing is this little chamber here. I really don't know a better way to do it. It just kind of relies on having a few pillagers, keep knocking some into the middle so they can go all the way up and then fall down. And of course, when they land, the full damage takes them out. And I just stand here and look at that. Like we got a stack of each type of bottle and then some. So that's one half of what I wanted to accomplish for our shop in terms of stocking it up. The other half are, of course, ominous keys. We've got a semi-automated farm in the works, but I have a rather ironic story to tell you in the meantime. The other day, I met up with Cubfan. The two of us wanted to take on the trial chambers, but from a more early game perspective. So the way that we found one of these trial chambers was by using a map from a cartographer. And so we traveled to the trial chamber. We didn't find its intended entrance, but we went in through the side and we decided on just having some basics: a pick, a sword, a shield, no armor, and a tiny amount of food. And so from there, we spent about an hour to 90 minutes taking on the trial chambers, slowly gearing up, and then deciding to give some ominous vaults a go after we got our hands on one of those bottles legitimately. And after a while, I did indeed get my hands on an ominous key. And of course, down in the trial chambers, there's ominous vaults, and there's something that we're after. So this will be like my first fully legitimate from like 0 gear to ominous key.
Let's go. Something
that
good.
means
Come on.
Yes! Yes!
Let's go!
Oh, the heavy core!
Bravo!
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Do you know how long I've spent getting cheaty keys? Hours! Hours and hours!
All it took was doing it the first time legit. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
You can't write this stuff. You can't. I can't believe that.
Amazing.
That's
that
hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, man, so good.
That was cool.
Oh, that's the one. So, yeah, using the mace... I feel like I know how to use it, but... I'm gonna have to get really lucky here. Because they're basically gonna hit me on my way down. That's how this is going to work. Oh, I got one!
Nice.
First time! Sweet. One hit kill.
Hold on.
Ready? I think... Wait. It felt like I hit you. I wonder if... Did you take any shield damage?
Yeah, the shield took quite a bit of damage.
Oh,
yeah.
so... Okay. The feedback on that made it feel like I missed, but it sounded like I hit you. Huh.
Yeah, you absolutely did, yeah. There was a
Wow.
big thump.
Yeah, there needs to be like particles or something just so you know you did actually hit. That was cool though. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh yeah, we're going to have some more fun with this thing in the future. I'm thinking maybe some mini games. But right now, I want to put a wrap on our other project because we got the ominous bottles sorted. And when it comes to our ominous trial keys, well, I've made some changes in this area. Because I've been walking around to pick up the loot from these a lot, I decided to replace the rails and just walk around here. But the trick is that I've got a speed 2 beacon as well, so I can whiz around pretty fast. And now it's a case of just whizzing around, and since I activated these a moment ago, I come pick up the loot, and then when it resets again, I'll be running around and picking up more. I've also added a few extra traps here and there, so we've got like a double slime one up the top here. I think there's now like 13 in total, and it can actually get a little tricky to keep track of all of them just because there's so many. But yeah, it's been a really cool project, but I think this is the natural conclusion now. Maybe I'll adjust a few things here and there on live streams in the future or something like that. But these two projects have now accomplished what I really wanted to do. And that is stock up our shop, because now we have a stack of every potion type and a stack of ominous trial keys. And this may not turn out to be the most useful thing ever, right? I don't know if we're going to want a lot of maces here on the server, but I kind of wanted to just prove it to myself that we could do this. So it's time to stock up the shop. However, there is some sort of vandalism going on here. Dude, what on earth is this about? There's a sign. No permit, remove shop, order of the permit office. I'm starting to think this build is cursed. I mean, we definitely rolled the dice, right? When we... Wait, what? Oh, dude! I'm locked in! No! The Vex! The Vex! Enderpearl! Enderpearl! Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! I was thinking, I didn't put an ominous banner in the corner. What? Why is there an ominous banner? Is that Evoker also a leader? Dude! You're also leader of the gang! Oh my god! This is so cool! I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about that for now. Oh my god. Oh my god, when I flew over here, there was a giant billboard, and it makes so much more sense now. Oh, wait a minute, does it? Pop-up purge? I mean, my shop isn't a pop-up shop, but I definitely didn't have a permit. I rolled those dice, and man, I think I've played myself here. So we may not be able to put fresh stock inside of the shop, but I still have other business to attend to over here, specifically the outside area, which I want to transform. I have previously mentioned wanting some custom trees around this building, which it occurs to me, like, doesn't have a proper name. If it were a shop, if it were actually selling something right now, I could refer to it as the bottle shop or the key shop. If you got any ideas for a name just based on how it looks, leave them in the comments down below. But anyways, as you can see, I've transformed the area out front with plenty of sand, and it actually stretches around the back over here. I felt like the Basalt Shop's block palette with the grass, and I've left a couple of blocks there. Looks much better when it's lined up against this sand. Anyways, we're here to talk about custom trees. You can see we've got some stumps, and this was a right old challenge because I wanted to make something that felt beachy, but was kind of tall enough to add some shape around. I guess we would call this the Copper Castle, right? That's probably going to be its name. So these custom trees were created with methodology, a series of steps and procedures that adhere to certain rules. The block palette of stripped jungle and oak is one of them, but if you pay attention to each individual tree, you'll notice that they all have two of these twists in them. A slab is always on the underside, a stair is on the top, and then there's a few random branches poking out too. And then at the tops here, we have some fence posts. So then at the base of these trees, there's going to be some additional growth. Of course, leaves are yet to come, but there are also these beans. And to really sell the story, we're going to leave a few of these down below as if they've shed and grown again. Now, we know that's not how cocoa beans work, but, you know, we're using these objects to sell a story about these trees. But the thing that's going to sell the most is the leaf blocks. And this is probably the hardest bit to describe because there's so many ideas going on that organically take place as you start to throw these in. But one thing that you'll notice is that I'm going to be putting these birch leaves on the underside of azalea leaves a lot. This is to give you a sense that they've kind of darkened as they drip downwards. And then the birch will appear once again all the way at the very top, the parts of the trees that are hit by the winds the most. And so all of these ideas should add a little more rhyme and reason to why the trees are the way they are, creating a bit of story behind the block placement. So now, my friends, we need views. A walk along the path, for example. Yeah, I left some scaffolding here. I should also mention there's only the one tree on this side here for now, but they look gorgeous. I love these, and I've mostly been looking at them by flying around. I think they look really good from a distance. They just kind of blend in nicely, and they feel natural, and yeah, what can I say? This is a surprisingly difficult part of the video where, you know, you just kind of want to show it off from some different angles, but you don't have too much else to say. Basically, it is what it is, and you should leave a comment down below and let me know if you like the shape of these and how they look. Personally, I absolutely love it. But that's all we're going to do for today, and next, I just want to show you what's going on over there in the background. You see, we have a new feature on the server, and I was going to do this last episode when I was setting up my shop, but I ended up putting those items in item frames instead of on an armor stand. All right, so check that out. How is that done? That's not normal armor stand magic, right? So we got a new feature in 1.21, the ability to scale an entity, and this is its slider down here. So if we reduce it, we can make this thing smaller and also bigger. I mean, that's pretty big, right? Let's go all the way, shall we? Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Dude, I know what to do with this. We should have some giant hermit heads, like, put into a mountain somewhere. But seriously, this is a bit obnoxious and over the top. So I think the use of this feature is going to be a delicate one to navigate. However, Cleo has done that so well by creating this kind of like modern corporate logo for Big T. So recently I've challenged myself with building, then with some custom trees. Maybe we need to put armor stands next on the list. But if we'll do that in the next episode or not, I'm really not sure. I've got personal things going on in my life that are going to get in the way of making videos at the moment. So it took me a little longer than usual to get this one out to you, and I don't know what the plan is for the next one because things are a little upside down at the moment, but I'm sure the dust will settle soon and everything will be cool. So leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again at some point in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.